Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I had posted a couple of polls, one on Instagram and one here on YouTube, asking people whether or not they'd like to see the tutorial I do on how to get glue seepage out of the older Monster High dolls. It was an overwhelming yes on both accounts. This, of course, I've been asked many times in the past, but when I just posted the shorts on how I fixed the Frightfully Tall Dracula and Frightfully Tall Frankie, I had even more people say, okay, you showed it, but what are the actual steps you take? So the ones that we're going to do today are Frankie and Spectra. This is wave 1 Frankie, and I don't remember which Spectra this is. I just did her, I think yesterday, so she's still drying, and I just did this other wave 1 Frankie this morning. So she is drying now. Hair is fantastically smooth and soft again. So let's go ahead, let's dive in. I'm gonna show you guys step by step what I do. Okay, so just so you know the products, I just use any old shampoo. The one that I happen to have on hand right now is just a Suave. The conditioner that I use and I get the best results from is this one. This is it's for people who have a chlorine pool, which we do, but it really leaves the hair feeling very soft. Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. This one just happens to have aloe and vitamin E. I don't think it really makes a difference. And then Goo Gone spray. Yep, that's right, Goo Gone spray. I also have a wet brush. Yes, I bought this just for my dolls. A comb, and then as you can see here, this is from the Frankie over there. Paper towel that has the powder, the baby powder that I used before. So now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this first with, if you do not like doll nudity, don't watch this video. That is because, of course, I do remove all the clothing and accessories in order to wash out the hair, simply so that, you know, they don't get wet and dirty and gross. So, and I don't really feel like washing doll clothes. But I do wanna show you the Spectra here real quick. Her hair looks like it would be fine, but it's actually, especially right up in this area here, it's really tacky. That's because the glue is seeping through from the inside of the head. This is back when Monster High used glue on the inside, and is coming out into the hair, and it's gross. So yes, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get Spectra ready for her spa day. Okay, so this Spectra did come to me secondhand. You can see I've got some yellowing along the scalp there. Plus the body itself is just a little yellowing and dirty. So just real quick, I am gonna wash her, and then we'll get into my hair routine. Okay, so Spectra's body has been washed. It's still yellow. I don't think there's really anything I can do about that. I thought about taking a magic eraser to it, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're going to apply first. I just always wash the hair first with shampoo. And I just put in however much I feel like putting in. You can see there's probably more than what's needed, but you know, and then I just scrub straight down to the scalp and use my thumbs to really get in there and kind of separate the hair, get into the roots, and then work it down to the ends of the hair. Just like this. Super simple, nothing special. This is just what always seems to work for me. This is just getting down into where the glue is actually coming out of the, like the pinholes where the hair comes in. So, and then just kind of run it through. Plus this doll kind of had a funky odor. And this will just kind of help get her smelling good again. So get that all good and run through her hair. And sometimes I do this once or twice, just kind of depends on how I feel after the first rinse, after the first wash. Then we'll go ahead and rinse her out. Okay, so one thing I will do then after that is I'll just kind of run a comb through it, and you can kind of see the comb is still sticking in the glue, and you can actually see the glue a little bit in the hair. I won't run it all the way through because, as you can see, if I did that, I'd be having all kinds of rat's nests and tangles. So I just kind of run it partially through just to try and see kind of where I'm at. And then I just work my way down to the ends. And this one is very gross. Very, very gross. You can hear it. It's getting stuck in there. There we go. Use the bigger side for a second. See if that'll help get through some of these tangles. Now I know Spectra's hair is supposed to be a little on the poofy side, which is fine, and it was. But this just lets me know that, hey, I've done what I can to get all that glue seepage out. All right, so now on to step number 2. Okay, so this is one where people are always like, what on earth? I have learned this from many people, but you actually then kind of spread the hair out so you can kind of get in there, and then you apply generously the baby powder. And what this does is it supposedly, and it seems to work for me, helps soak up the glue now that it's been kind of softened and wet down, I guess, if you will. So I just go in there, plus this also helps the hair smell good. And then I just kind of open up the hair a little bit more and apply more. I mean, it's a never-ending job. Now this step, sometimes I only have to do it once, sometimes I have to do it twice. So after I rinse it out and after I feel the hair, and I think, okay, yep, that's not bad, I'll just move on to the step after this. If I feel like it needs another go, then I will do it again. Just an FYI there. And the way that I tell is just dependent upon how tacky the hair still feels. So just an FYI. And then I usually let this sit for just a few minutes, not super, super long. But as you can see, you know, I've covered, oops, there's a little spot I missed. Nah, not anymore. You know, I try and get in there as best I can to help get that glue really soaked up. There we go. All right, so the little excess, I'll just kind of squish into the ends. Now I'm gonna rinse off my hands and we'll move on to step number 3. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes, so I'm now going to go ahead and rinse out her hair here. Let me move my camera up a little bit. And it's just a simple rinse off. Nothing too crazy or special. And you can see it just rinses right out. Kind of wring out the hair a little bit. And this is where I'm gonna feel it. See how I feel. See if I think it's still a little tacky, which it kind of is. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly wash it again. Not because I absolutely have to, but because sometimes I just, you know, that's just me. Do you have to rewash it? No, not necessarily. But I do. So I'm just gonna wash it real quick. All the way down to the ends again. Rinse. And then this is the fun part. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna move you guys in a little closer here. Move the camera down. This is where the Goo Gone comes in play. So now I'm just gonna spray right into her scalp. And note, this does not loosen the hair from the scalp itself. So the hair will not fall out, don't worry. But I'm just getting right down in there. And then I'm gonna also spray into the hair itself for any seepage. Oh, I just realized you guys couldn't see, sorry. So yeah, I'm just spraying this right down into the scalp, as you can see here. Good and covered, and then I let that sit for a good 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse out all that Goo Gone. Takes just a minute to get it all out. And already her hair is feeling so much better. It's gonna gross now because of the greasiness from the Goo Gone. But what I do after that, just one quick rinse of this. I go in with more shampoo and just give her a quick wash just to get the extra greasiness out. So yeah, I know it's a long process. But I promise, in the end, it is so worth it because the hair feels so much better. So rinse that out. Okay. So now the hair no longer feels tacky. It no longer has any like greasiness in it, anything like that. It's very much easier now. Where'd the comb go? There we go. To run a comb through it. So that's good. Yeah, I can already see a huge difference in this alone. So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and apply the conditioner. So I'll go ahead and hit the mirror because that's always fun. Come on. And just put in, I usually put in a pretty generous amount, probably more than what's needed, but I just work it in all the way down, all the way throughout. Just kind of work it in with my hands, obviously. I'm gonna keep hitting the Goo Gone bottle. And if I feel like it needs more, I'll put more in, which I'm kind of feeling like it needs more because I'm crazy. So let's just get some more in there. And again, working it all throughout the hair, getting all sides. There we go. A little ASMR for you, I guess. And then usually with this process, I'll just kind of twist it all in like this. And then I just let her rest and relax, continue her spa day, I guess. And then I usually let that sit for about, some people say only let it sit for a few minutes. I usually let mine sit for like a half hour, if not more. Okay, so I have let her sit for a bit. While I did that, I also worked on that other Frankie. Following basically the same steps, I'm just letting the Goo Gone kind of do its thing. While it does that, we'll rinse all the conditioner out of Spectra here. Just kind of see how it feels. Rinse off her body too, because I know there's some stuff in there. All right. Now, I'm going to run my wet brush through that just to kind of clear out any tangles. This brush works wonders on not only doll hair, but my daughter's hair. I have her own though. This one's mine. Don't worry, I don't use the doll brush on my daughter. And then I'm just going to run the comb through it with the small teeth, just again to kind of get a feel, see if I need to repeat any steps. Honestly, the comb is going through the hair pretty easily, so that's kind of my key that everything is good. There's a little stuff right there, but that's more just tanglement in the hair than it is product being still in it. So I'm thinking Spectra is good to go. So I'm just gonna comb her hair out into the way that it normally is so that it can air dry. I don't use the hair dryer on any of my dolls at all. I let them air dry. I think they just, the hair seems to work better that way. So what I will do now is, gotta get the underside here real quick. Rinse off the comb because of course, silly, I sat it down in the baby powder. I will go ahead and, like I said, kind of let her air dry and see how it feels after that. Now, rarely, and I mean rarely, have I had to ever go back and redo a doll that I have cleaned up. So I'm just gonna put her back on her stand. I love Spectra, she's such a good doll. And like I said, I was just gonna give it one more comb through and give her about 24 hours to dry out, and everything should be good there. Okay, so Spectra is now up and drying. This Frankie is, of course, kind of just soaking in the Goo Gone. I'm gonna let her sit for a while like that. This Frankie is drying, and she is, oh, so soft. This one is all done. I love how soft her hair is. It looks so good. Nice and light and bouncy, which is exactly how it should be. I need to put a hair tie back in her. I just haven't done that yet. So now I will bring you guys back once these ones are dry. Okay, so everybody's washed and clean and 80% dry. But I did include here, like I said, some of the ones that I did on other videos were just off camera, like this one, for instance. These two were in my shorts, and then those are the 3 that I worked on today. One of my past ones that I worked on, I'll grab her real quick, and I just dropped her stand, is Caddy Noir. Her hair was disgusting, and now it is nice and silky smooth and just like, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So this method that I have used and shown you today has worked time and time again for me. Hopefully for you guys it will work as well. I know that, you know, for everybody it's a little bit of a trial and error. For me, you know, I had to work at it. I think it took me a few tries. Caddy Noir, I think I washed her hair and did the whole process probably about 10 times until I felt really good about what I was doing. To now I just, you know, I can do it once or twice and I'm good. So just to kind of give you an idea, nice and silky smooth, lots of body to it. Let's see, Spectra here, hers is still wet. So, you know, it'll dry overnight, but again, there's no tackiness to it anymore. The shine is because it is a little wet, but again, you know, I use conditioner on it. So, you know, her hair is nice and smooth and silky smooth again. The Frankie's, I'll show you the one that's the driest, because this one, the other one isn't quite as dry. But you can see here, her hair, nice movement to it, no stiffness or any crunchy spots anymore. And again, the shine is back. The yellowing, I could probably get some of that, I think it's purple or blue shampoo, and that might take care of the yellowing, but I'm not honestly too worried about it at the moment. I think she looks okay. I kind of like the look of the yellow, to be honest. I think it gives her just kind of like that put together feel. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, so there is the dolls that I have fixed. That is my tutorial on how I do the Monster High hair with the glue seepage and the issues that we of course all have with that on the older dolls. If you have any questions about the process or any other item I've shown on my channel, please by all means do let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to address those as soon as I possibly can. Otherwise, I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope everyone's having an extra magical day, and we will see you real soon.